Tomorrow morning. One thing we're also going to deal with from now all the way through pretty much the day tomorrow is the wind chill. Right now still feels anywhere between 10 and 20 degrees across town, and this is only going down through the night because the wind is going to be picking up as the storm system will be sliding by to our south. Let's take the clouds out of the picture right now because there is some snow out there that is falling but not making it down to the ground. So we'll go with the HD high resolution look here, and we do have some snow across the Outer Banks and the Albemarle Sound, kind of along our southern areas here, and this is going to start to expand across the region. So yep, snow's already fallen on the Outer Banks around the Albemarle Sound. Starting to see this expand. It's falling around Windsor. So we're seeing more snow move in here throughout the rest of our evening and into the night with a very interesting system here. This is a stationary front stretched all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. There isn't necessarily one big area low pressure on it, maybe a couple. And it's just picking up moisture and it's sliding all the way across the southeastern United States. My sister-in-law is getting snow in the panhandle of Florida. How about that? Yeah, so there's snow across the southeastern United States and here at home as we head through the rest of our evening with those wind chills between 10 and 20 degrees. Watch as the snow starts to expand past 8, 9 o'clock, really becoming almost widespread through 11 o'clock, midnight, 2 a.m. And then early in the overnight, that snow is coming to an end across the peninsulas and eastern shore. That's why those snowfall totals aren't going to be as great as those will be across the south side and for northeastern North Carolina. Snow will be ending from north to south quickly through the night. So we really think the snow will be done and wrapped up by the time sunrise is coming up or well before sunrise. High amounts across the Outer Banks and for eastern North Carolina. Closer to the Albemarle Sound, we're thinking 3 to 5 inches across most of the south side and for parts of northeastern North Carolina closer to Gates and Hosky, probably 1 to 3 inches, and then maybe up to an inch across northern parts of the peninsulas, middle peninsula, and most of the eastern shore. But let's add into parts of the south side near Norfolk and the north end of VB, because you were right on the bay, there could be a little bit of a enhanced bit of some snow. So maybe some isolated amounts, a little bit more. So we're getting snow, that's for sure. It's cold enough. It's not going to last all night. It's not going to last all day tomorrow. This moves out pretty quickly. And into tomorrow, we see increasing sunshine and a cold, cold breeze. Now this, since it is very, very cold, the snow will be light and fluffy. So then you add a breeze on top of that early tomorrow morning, especially for the Outer Banks. Snow will be blowing around. That may help us out on the roads because it could blow the snow off the roadways, but it will kind of pile up snow in parts of your neighborhood, pile up snow on some roads and not others, and also reduce some visibility driving, especially on the Outer Banks. Through the night, there could be brief periods of times of blizzard conditions, which is visibility being reduced because of the wind. So something else to keep in mind here. Tomorrow, though, we do see some sunshine by the end of the day. Since the wind is around, though, we've got wind chills. 10 to 20 degrees is what it's going to feel like all day tomorrow. Driving all the way through the late night hours should be okay up until about midnight. It'll be a little difficult, but overnight and early tomorrow morning, that's when it's real dicey. Even through the late morning hours, it'll be difficult just because there might be some slick and icy spots, but by tomorrow evening's commute, things should be getting better and some of the salt on the roadways should improve. A lot of sunshine for the remainder of the forecast here as those temperatures are just crawling above freezing towards the end of the week and into the weekend. This is kind of the snow system that many who love snow are looking for because it's an all snow event for 99.9% of us here. Normally, we always deal with that dreaded rain snow line, but the cold air has been locked in place, not just here at home, but all the way across the southeast and all the way down to the panhandle of Florida, where it is snowing pretty heavy right now. We are seeing some snow spread across the region, mainly across northeastern North Carolina, maybe a couple snowflakes here or there, or a few flurries popping into the south side. This is all going to become a bit more widespread as we head into the night tonight. So just buckle up for some snow headed our way here. Along the Albemarle Sound is where the snow has been pretty persistent right now. We're looking down along the Outer Banks or on the Outer Banks. Some snow already starting to dust up the docks in the Oregon Inlet. You see a little bit of white dusting on some docks, or maybe on the top left side of your screen. We see a little bit of that here on the grassy surfaces here. Snow's coming down on this cam. You see some of the snowflakes flying. And take a look at the time lapse from NC12. This is near Pea Island, and we could go for the past 4 to 5 hours. Look at the snow just already starting to accumulate On the dunes, we're going to see some snow piling up across the Outer Banks, maybe 3 to 5 to 6+ inches along the coastal regions. That could be true all the way down to southern parts of North Carolina, South Carolina, even into Georgia here, as this interesting system kind of stretches a swath from the Panhandle all the way up to here at home across Hampton Roads. And most of the region got to get a couple inches out of this system here, several inches in fact here, as a couple lows are just going to ride along the frontal system through most of the night. But most of the night, this is going to move out pretty quickly by 3, 4, 5 a.m. So if you sleep in tomorrow morning, you're going to wake up to a bit of a winter wonderland. However, we don't expect there to be snow falling across parts of town early tomorrow morning. This evening, it just starts to fill in as we head into the night tonight, kind of coming to an end by 3 to 4 a.m. from north to south. Temperatures in the 20s, feeling like the teens for most of the night. Tomorrow, we have morning clouds give way to afternoon sun and a bitter breeze, making it feel anywhere between 10 and 20 degrees all day. Coming up in your full forecast, we'll talk a little bit more about accumulation amounts, who, what, where, when, and why, and a whole lot more in your 7-day in a few minutes. We'll see you.